Perek Gimel Mishna Hey. In the previous Mishnayos, we've seen that if they had a weak vessel, the way they'd reinforce a weak vessel is by coating it with a coating of clay or a coating of dung to strengthen it. Now, is that coating considered part and parcel of the vessel? That if the vessel becomes tamei, the coating is also considered tamei? Or maybe it's not considered part of the vessel. So the Mishnah says, ha-toifel klei cheres, one who coats an earthenware vessel, ha-bari, but the vessel is strong, meaning the vessel doesn't really need the coating. So the Mishnah says, Rabbi Meir and Rabbi Shimon mitamin. Rabbi Meir and Rabbi Shimon both say that the coating is considered part and parcel of the vessel. And if the vessel becomes tamei, so the coating is considered tamei too. Because even though the vessel is strong in and of itself, but the coating prevents it from breaking, and therefore it's considered part of it. The Mishnah goes on and says, V'chachamim omrim, the Chachamim said, they argued, ha-tofel es ha-bari, and they differentiated. If you coated a strong vessel, tahar, it's not considered part and parcel of the vessel, because a strong vessel doesn't really need the coating, and so it's not necessary for the vessel to have it, so it's not considered part of the vessel. Even though it is preventing it from breaking in some unusual happenstance, but that doesn't make it considered part of the vessel. The Mishnah goes on and says, Ves hara'ua, but if you coat a weak vessel, then the Chacham agree that it's considered part and parcel of the vessel, and it's tamei, it's considered part of the vessel. The Mishnah goes on and says, V'chein, and similarly, they also argue b'chiduk ha'keiruya, with the reinforcement of a gourd. Now, what's the reinforcement of a gourd? The reinforcement of a pumpkin. So if you look at this pumpkin over here, what they used to do is they used to take pumpkins to fill up and draw water from a well. And what would happen is the gourd would break by smashing against the walls of the well. So they would reinforce it with some clay around the walls. And the question is that clay reinforcement considered part of the pumpkin? So the Mishnah says that they also argue in this case, and the Chachamim hold that even though it normally broke, but since it's as strong as it's gonna get, even though it normally breaks against the wall of the well, the Chacham say it's still not considered part of it, because at the end of the day, it's still a strong pumpkin, and the reinforcement is just preventing the break. It's not adding any function, it's just preventing. Now it's your turn to read the Mishnah.